my channel. If you're new to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell next to the subscribe button so that you get notification every single time I make a post. Like every single time I make a post. I don't have nothing to set my phone up on, so I don't plan for this video to be that long anyway. But I have been in Dallas, Texas for 2 months now. Not fully 2 months yet. I got here on the 3rd, so tomorrow will make a full 2 months. But I still want to give y'all an update. Things are going slow but sure. One advice tip that I can give to anyone moving across country to a new state or whatever, I would say you don't need, excuse me for my hard breathing and everything, I just left the gym and there's a dog on somebody's balcony trying to get in the house, so that's why he's barking. Advice that I can give somebody who wants to move to a different state is you don't have to have a lot of money to move. If you feel like I just can't do it here no more, I need to go, like I just can't live in this state no more, I have to go, do it. I don't know if I told you in a previous video, but last year around December I had COVID. With me sitting in that room, you know, when you sit by yourself somewhere and you have a lot of time to think. That's exactly what I had, some weeks to think, and I'm just like, I keep procrastinating on moving, it's time to do it. And I said, Lord, no matter how much money I have saved up, no matter what is going on, I'm gonna move. I don't care. So I definitely had some hiccups in the road, and I feel like it was a test from the Lord himself. The hiccups that I had in December, after I got done with COVID, I returned back to work, which I did not get paid for that leave, which sucked, because I worked in the hospital, so that's how I got it in the first place. I worked as a register at a hospital. I was new, I wasn't in my 90 days yet. January would have made my 90 days. So I couldn't use my PTO until 90 days. They made us use our PTO, which I felt like was wrong, because if I'm working in a hospital, yeah, I know I'm gonna get it, but why do I have to use my PTO to get paid for the time off that I need from contracting it from your business, you know? But whatever. So now remind you, when I made this ultimatum with myself about moving, I didn't have no money saved at the time. I made me a date because I watched a few videos on YouTube about manifestation. I'm a firm believer in manifestation now compared to what I was back then. So I spoke on it a lot. And, you know, I just kept telling myself, I'm gonna do it no matter what's going on. I didn't have no money, like I said, saved up at the time. January came around, I started saving. I was doing good. February came around, and at the beginning of February I was contacted by Rita. I don't know if any of you guys know about Rita. Been in Ohio. It's called the Regional Income Tax Agency. They can contact you at any time in your life, anytime. So they chose February to contact me, of course, when I'm trying to move. That's why I said I felt like these were tests from God to see if I was really going to do it. So they contacted me like, hey, we need your income tax returns from the years of 2018 and 2019. I was way at college, 2017, came back 2018. So I sent that in. Basically, Rita is to make sure that you're paying the taxes of the city that you stay in. So I didn't hear from them for weeks at a time. And the 21st of February, I got into a bad car accident, 3-car accident. This girl ran this red light, hit me. I did a 360 and hit another car that was coming the opposite way of me. So that happened. So I'm like, still moving to Texas, still moving to Texas. At this point, my family was like, I think you should not think about moving to Texas right now. But in my mind, I'm like, no. I made this ultimatum, and I told God, I'm gonna move no matter what. Still moving. About 4 days after my accident, I ended up getting a car. I was blessed to get a 2021. It was of the same car that I had previously, but it was a 2021. So I was blessed to get that. Now we're back on the road, you know what I'm saying? Shortly after I got that, maybe a day or two, I got a letter from Rita again, and she said I owed $800 or something as a one-time payment, and she needed it by the 29th of February. I called, I set up a payment plan, which the payment plan requires me to pay $56 every month for a year, and I'll be done paying them. So I'm like, okay, that's one obstacle out the way. So at this point, with the car accident and everything, my savings took a crash, okay? Now I'm back to maybe $100 something, and it's February, and I had told myself I was gonna move by August 20th, but I moved it up because I just couldn't stand my city so much that I was ready to go. So I moved it up to August 4th. So I'm still talking to these apartment locators to get down here, and in my head I'm like, bro, how are you even gonna pay this thing? So a month go by, Rita contacts me again. We need your income tax return for year 2020. I'm thinking in my head, y'all not about to contact me for every year because y'all got me for those 2 years. Like, no. Send it in. They're like, oh, you owe us $120. And we're not going to add that into what you already owe us. This is going to be a separate thing. So if you want to set up a payment plan for that, you got to call to set up a payment plan for strictly that $120. So I'm like, again, bro. So I paid off the $120. I still had the other remaining balance left. Let's just say by the time it was time for me to move, a month before I moved, I only had $800 saved up, y'all. $800. And let me tell you right now, disclaimer, this is not one of those situations where, because I watching YouTube videos, I noticed a lot of people did like, oh, I moved with $200, $300, but yet and still you stayed on your family members who lived in that area's couch or something like that. This is not one of those situations. I have family down here, but I had never met them before I got here, so I decided that I wasn't going to move in with them. I don't really know them. I need to get my own apartment. So I had $800 at this time. It was about to be time for me to move, and I just decided. I still had to look for car insurance for down here, renter's insurance. Basically, it was a situation where I was paying as I went. So, application fee, I took it out of one of my paychecks or whatever, paid the rest of my bills, and then whatever was left, and put it in my savings. I found a new car insurance company, which requirements in Texas are completely different from requirements in Ohio. So, of course, car insurance is going to be more expensive down here. But I found a company that wasn't asking me to pay too much more than what I was paying already. So, which was cool. I went with Geico and bundled my renter's insurance and car insurance together. My last paycheck before I got down here, I just added to the $800. My move-in fee was like $1,168 and some change or something like that. After that, with that full paycheck going in and that $800 added, maybe I had $200 left. I registered my car down here, which was like $200. I tried to get a new ID, but they're booked because of the pandemic until December, so I can't even get a new ID, like a Texas ID, until December. That's what my appointment is set for. I do want to say thank God to the type of mother that I have, because she came down here prepared to help me with whatever she could. But the bad thing is, okay, so I took some paid time off from my work at home job that I was working. my router, something happened with that, and it was just like I didn't have it, but it was saying it was delayed. So I'm calling to figure out where it is. Like, oh, there's wildfires in California, that could be the holdup. Come to find out, the lady on the phone told me that my internet was going to be here on the 4th when I moved in. Come to find out, they actually sent it on the 30th and I wasn't here yet. I didn't even get to Texas until the 3rd. So when I didn't pick it up, they started getting it in the process of sending it back to sender. So I called, I stopped it in time and was gonna get the router. Something happened with my brother, knocked the router over. We didn't plug it into the wall correctly anyway, but it was working. Just for my brother to knock it over, and it went completely out. We had to call a technician at this point, and I had no more PTO time left. So all I could do was just keep calling off until the technician came. One morning, I guess I thought I called off, but apparently I didn't. I must have fell back asleep or something, so it was a one, no call, no show. Once I did finally get my internet back working, the first day I went back to work was August 19th, I believe it was. And I was on a computer. I was like 4 hours into my shift when I had a meeting with someone, I guess higher ups or whatever, regarding me having the time off. And they pretty much let me go because of that one no call, no show. And that was the only time I ever had one. So that was weird to me, but whatever. Because it didn't matter to me because that following Sunday I was about to start working at Amazon. So I started at Amazon August 22nd, and that's where I am. Like, I do advise working at Amazon to a certain extent. Like, if you're looking for fast money, because you get paid every Friday. So it is fast money. But me personally, I don't like just being able to pay my bills. That's it, that's all. So I picked up a second job. I'm waiting on my background check now. So yeah, I can say in Texas there is money to be made out here. It's just a matter of if you're not picky as to what you want to do or something of that nature. There's a lot of different ways to make money here. So yeah, it's pretty much up to you and your mindset. Like, some people have a mindset, I ain't trying to work 2 jobs, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Like, I got bills that need to be paid, so 2 jobs needs to be done, okay? But it's not like so bad. Sometimes I get in the modes where it's like I be thinking to myself, was this the wrong move to make? Now, if you feel like you can, now let me step back some. If you feel like you can wait to move from your city, wait and make sure everything is in order, which I made sure everything was in order. I just sometimes wish I had a little bit more money, but I mean, it's a risk that some people are willing to take, which I took that risk because, like I said, I believe in manifestation and positivity, and I just keep speaking it into existence. Like, I'm gonna be fine, I'm gonna be fine, everything's gonna be okay, like, you're gonna be good. But if you absolutely feel like you need to stay back to save some more money, do it. I just also have that mindset that, and I hear this all the time as well, the people who are the most prepared to do something always end up failing in the end. So if you're telling yourself, no, well, in most cases, or in some cases, no, I need to save up this certain amount in order to move. I was like that years ago when I was trying to move here, and it never happened. Something always came up where it never ended up being me saving that amount I wanted to save. Then I was looking into specific videos and things such as that, and I would always hear, like, I think I was looking at life coach type of videos, and it was saying like the people who are the most prepared are the ones that normally fail to move and things such as that. I also hear, like, if you're telling yourself you need this amount to move, you're preparing yourself for failure already, because you feel like I need this amount of money just in case I mess up or something of that nature or whatever. So you preparing your mindset to feel anyway by putting that in your mind. But with me going ahead and doing it, I feel like it was better for me because I'm down to do whatever to make sure that my bills are paid, whatever. But with me just getting up and moving, I have no choice but to bust my ASS to make sure that my bills are paid, to make sure I stay here. So that's something that you can consider. Like, if you just up and do something, it's like, dang, I'm already here, so I don't got no choice but to do this to make sure that I'm not going back home. Like, so yeah, that's pretty much what's been going on. I've done a few things here compared to when I visited last year. If you have not seen that video, make sure you go back and watch. Some of the things that I did, I'm not going to talk about it because you need to go watch the video. I have done some more stuff, like went to the aquarium and things such as that since being here this time. As far as anything else, I haven't been out to the nightlife yet or any of that, because basically I'm trying to focus on getting my finances together first and bills and basically getting on the swing of things or whatever. Because not to mention, this is my very first apartment. So this is my very first apartment, and I moved across country from Ohio to Texas. So this is a big adjustment for me. So yeah, this is pretty much what's been going on as a update. I'll probably be recording another video. I'm supposed to be going to the state fair because it is going on right now. Supposed to be going to the state fair this month sometime. There was a girl named Jada, if you're watching this, hey girl. Me and her was talking in the beginning when we were both trying to move. I think she's from up north too. We were both trying to move to Texas. She still is up there, but she's coming down here to visit. So when she comes to visit, we're going to meet up at the state fair. So I'll have a recorded video of that for you guys as well. And that's pretty much it. As you could tell by my intro, I'm in the process of trying to revamp my YouTube channel. As you can see, my name has also changed for you guys that's been watching me for a while. And I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you stay tuned for the next video. And make sure you follow my social media pages, which will be in the description box below. And I'll see y'all later. Bye.